I've been getting a lot of questions asking me which is the best country to do your post-graduation as to work as a doctor in Europe. Many have been asking about obviously Germany. Some of them have been asking about Norway. Quite a lot of people asking me about Norway, as well as Holland, Belgium perhaps, Luxembourg is another one, Austria. So how are all these countries different from Germany? How are these countries' medical systems compared to Germany? So about 10 years ago, I drove through Norway. I started from the southern city of Kristiansand and drove all the way to Ålesund, or I think it's called Ålesund in Norwegian, in the western part of the country. It was a trip over 14 days and I just could not believe what I was seeing. The country was so beautiful and so stunning that I immediately wanted to move to Norway. It was absolutely stunning. I would say on par, if not better than even Switzerland. But at the same time, I noticed how sparsely populated the country was. I wouldn't see a single person sometimes for hundreds and hundreds of kilometers. But it was such a beautiful and memorable trip. Here are some pictures of my trip. Now, how is Norway, for example, different than Germany? You have to understand one important thing. Norway is a country of just 5 million people. I mean, the metropolitan area of Mumbai has around 18 million people. Just the city of Mumbai. Norway is a country of 5 million people, whereas Germany is a country of 83 million people. They are just operating at different levels. The number of opportunities and the number of hospitals you would get in Germany, that is high volume centers, you will not find it anywhere else in Europe. Two of the biggest private hospital chains, that is Helios and Asklepios, are based in Germany. Germany operates at a completely different level. I will give you another statistic. Germany has a population of 83 million and Italy has a population of around 60 million. Now, the number of CT scans done in the metropolitan area of the city of Munich. Now, the metropolitan area of the city of Munich, I would say, is around 3 million people. In and around Munich, the city of Munich and around Munich. The number of CT scans done in the metropolitan area of Munich is more than the CT scans done in the whole of Italy. It is way ahead. Germany is by far the richest country in Europe. Now, we in the subcontinent, especially in the Anglo-Saxon world or influenced by in the English-speaking countries, are not aware of the power of Germany. In terms of gross domestic product, Germany is just behind the USA, China and Japan. Until recently, it had more GDP than even China. Now, China is a country of 1.3 billion people, whereas Germany is a population of not even 100 million, that is 83 million. So you can imagine the industrial output coming out of a country like Germany. It is enormous. It is an economic superpower. There are no medical centers in anywhere in Europe compared to what you would find in Germany. About 14 years ago, I had done an internship or observership in the University Hospital of Heidelberg. Now, Heidelberg is one of the best university hospitals in Germany. So I did an observership in the University Hospital of Heidelberg. I was shocked at what I saw. They were doing 450 Whipple operations per year. Just think of this number. 450 Whipple operations per year. 300 liver transplants per year in just this one center in the University Hospital of Heidelberg. Take cardiac surgery, for example. Germany has so many high volume cardiac surgery centers. You have the Herz- und Gefäßklinik in Bad Neustadt. You have the Herz- und Gefäßklinik in Bad Oeynhausen. You have Herz- und Gefäßklinik Bad Kreuznach. You have another heart center, Deutsches Herzzentrum in Munich. You have another one, massive center in Berlin. You have another center in Freiburg. For any field that you can think of, whether ophthalmology, ENT, or cardiac surgery or gastrointestinal surgery, Germany is the center if your aim is to learn the craft. You will not find such a high volume center anywhere in the world, probably in the US, not in the UK, not in Norway, not in Italy, nowhere. It is Germany. Germany is a superpower. Hospitals here, especially the main centers, function at an industrial scale. When I used to work as a surgeon in India, we would always hear the best laparoscopic surgeon works in the state of Tamil Nadu. The best cardiac surgeon or the best transplant surgeon is in Delhi. Until I saw the German surgeons, the skills of some of these German surgeons, you have to see it to believe it. I mean, I can still remember a German surgeon in the University Hospital of Heidelberg. He's now the head of Department of Surgery in the University Hospital in Dresden. Oh my goodness, he was such a skilled surgeon. I could not believe. I mean, I was assisting him in some of the surgeries in Heidelberg. I just could not believe what he was doing. I had never seen something like this. The logistics in German hospitals is so good that they can exactly predict what is going to happen. Hospitals here function at another level. It is from the very basic level, it is at another different level. The bureaucracy, the way the country functions is at another level. You have to see to believe it, and you have to involve yourself in the culture of the country to really understand how Germany became the way it is. What were the influences in the past 500 years that made Germany the way it is now? Now, that being said, I'm sure Norway has amazing hospitals, or Belgium or Italy has good hospitals, but they just are not at the level that you would find in Germany. If your aim is to become good at your craft, that is, you have dedicated your life to medicine, then there is no better country than Germany to pursue your passion. Now, if your aim is to just, have a comfortable life, no doubt you will get a higher salary in Luxembourg or Norway. You will get much better retirement benefits. You will get much better maternal leave. But if you are somebody who wants to pursue a craft and then get into private practice and become a doctor worth his salt, then Germany is the country. I mean, take Luxembourg for an example. How many hospitals would you have in Luxembourg? Luxembourg's population is 650,000. It's not even a million. How can you even compare Luxembourg to Germany? Germany operates at industrial scale. Of course, you would have more per capita income in Luxembourg and Norway because they are smaller countries. Norway discovered oil a few years ago. This means they have a very high per capita income, and as a doctor, you'll probably earn about 1,000 to 2,000 more than you would earn in Germany. But most of these European countries, they are egalitarian societies. What do I mean by that? The more you earn, the more you're taxed. That means a doctor would earn only about 1,000 to 2,000 more than an electrician or a plumber. There's not much difference between the lifestyles of a doctor and a plumber. But there is a reason why countries with big populations produce so many millionaires and billionaires. Take India, China, the USA, or even Indonesia. They have such large populations. You can have thriving private practices. You can start a business, become extremely successful in a business. If your aim is, large scale thinking, then I guess Germany is better. But if your aim is to have a comfortable life, relaxed, you're not, pursuing a huge medical career, but rather a calm family life, then Norway or Luxembourg would be a better option. But if your aim is to be having cutting edge medical technology, massive medical centers, then Germany is the option. But like I said, the retirement system, and if you're employed by a hospital, the salary example will be less than Norway, Switzerland, or Luxembourg, or whichever country. I don't think there would be much difference between Holland, Belgium, and Germany. They probably are the same in terms of salary. But if you want to start a private practice in the future, or you want to start a business and become a big businessman, Germany has a massive market and the population there has a very high purchasing power. Germany is not a richer version of one of the Asian countries. It is at a completely different level. There are more millionaires and billionaires produced in Germany than any other country in Europe. So this shows you the market of Germany. Now, what about the UK? I know a lot of people in the subcontinent think, Europe, yeah, Germany and the UK, they're probably the same. Anybody who knows Europe well knows. I have been to the UK, and I must tell you, I was shocked at what I saw around the UK. Germany is way ahead of the UK. In terms of GDP and in terms of per capita income, Germany is way ahead of UK. Germany is a much better run country. Just take this statistic. 60% of the UK's GDP comes from the city of London. One city in the whole of UK produces 60% of the GDP of the whole country. This shows how reliant the UK is on the city of London and its financial institutions. You can name maybe 2 or 3 big cities other than London in the UK. Germany has several mega cities. And this is because Germany became the country that it is only after 1871. There was no proper Germany as such before 1871, because before 1871, they were all independent German-speaking states or German-speaking, princely states. In 1871, Prussian Chancellor, the Prussians were Germans who came from the northeast of the country with Berlin as their capital. They were a military superpower in the 1800s, and they had a strict military code, work ethic, and whatever. A lot of German culture is influenced by the Prussians, and they were the most powerful princely state. And the Prussians decided to unify all the German speaking territories into one federal republic called Germany, and it was done under the then Chancellor Otto von Bismarck. He decided to unify all the German-speaking territories, and he managed to do that finally in the year, I think, 1881 or 1871. And that means before that, all these German states had their independent, powerful economy itself. You have several economic centers all over Germany. It's not just Berlin. I mean, the richest city in Germany is not Berlin, it is Hamburg, and close by is Munich. And that way you have several centers in Germany. For example, Hanover in the northwest, the economic powerhouse of the north, which is Hamburg, once the great rival of London. Of course, later London went ahead, but Hamburg was one of the great rivals of London for several hundred years. In southern Germany, you have several powerful economic centers. In the state of Baden-Württemberg itself was a combination of 2 princely states, the state of Württemberg and the state of Baden. The capital of the state of Württemberg was Stuttgart, and the capital of the state of Baden was Karlsruhe. Each of them have massive economic centers. Stuttgart has the headquarters of, for example, Mercedes-Benz and Porsche. Karlsruhe has several software companies. It's a software powerhouse with a huge startup industry. You have Dresden in the east of the country, Leipzig, a powerhouse in logistics, or Düsseldorf and Cologne, massive megacities in the west of the country. Düsseldorf is a major logistics center and the fashion capital of Germany. Germany has so many economic centers, and it's such a powerhouse economy that Norway is nowhere in comparison. And of course, the German-speaking world is very small. It's Germany, it's Austria and Switzerland, and the small country of Liechtenstein. These are the only countries that form the German-speaking world. So if you can learn German, the number of people who speak German is very small compared to the larger population of Europe. Of course, Germany, in terms of population, is the biggest country in Europe. It's bigger than even the UK. So not many people are willing to learn German, but you will be at a huge advantage if you learn German. You get access to the German-speaking market, And there are so many opportunities in Germany. You can choose whatever medical field you want. You can go to any level if you want, if you put in the effort. I remember my father was telling me that, you're going to Germany. Maybe it'll be easier for you to go to the UK. I was like, why the hell would I go to the UK? Because I knew Germany, in terms of opportunities, was way ahead than any other country in Europe. If your aim, let's say, is to start a private practice in the future, or become a businessman or whatever, then Germany is the country, like I've said before. But if your aim is to have a relaxed life, have a nice salary coming in with a lot of social benefits, then I guess Luxembourg or Norway or one of these countries is a better option. And Belgium, Holland, or Italy, I think pays less than Germany. Holland and Belgium probably pay the same as in Germany. If you have any questions, please post them on my Instagram. I know there's been a delay in my German course. The last minute edits are being done. It will be out very soon. The A1 course will be out very soon. If you have any questions, please post them on my Instagram. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you want more such content, and see you in the next video. Bye.